should do it. Alright, so hey guys, coming back with another video real quick. Now this right here is the Flowermate Vaporizer 5.0s, not the 5.0s. It's the newest model. Well, actually they just came out with the 5B, I believe, but that's not very successful. This is the 5.0s, and I'm going to do a review of it. I will use it. I will come into base and basically try and tell you guys everything I know about it, from battery life, how portable is it, pretty much all the things. Oh, sorry guys, 1 second, let me turn on the volume. It's a little bit, okay. So, let's just start things off. So it has a sliding door on the bottom, and on the sliding door on the bottom comes out your earpiece, which is what you smoke it out of, and mine's kind of dirty and clogged, and I'll talk more about that in a second, but you know, it's nice and simple. So this is the top. This is what you put your herbs in. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, probably not, because I don't think this autofocuses, but so you put it on here, you screw it on, and then you just turn it on like this. It's really simple. So it has 3 temperature settings. This is the difference between the S and the 5. The 5 has just 1 temperature, and so you know, it's whatever. I think it's like 215 degrees, but that's the only temperature you get. Now this, it has 3 temperatures. So blue is the first. If you hold it down, it will turn purple. Purple is the second highest temperature. Hold it again. Red is the highest temperature it goes. So having 3 temperatures is really a good feature on this, because depending on what kind of herbs you have, depending on how good it is, how bad it is, depending on how much you have, you know, the temperature setting will really make a difference. My personal preference is right in the middle. I like a decent amount of vapor, but not too much where it's overwhelming. And when I say overwhelming, this thing packs a punch. You can only use, like, you want to dry your grind up your herbs really good. You don't want to just put it in here without grind it up. That's going to make it clog. That's not going to work. I mean, that probably work, but you're not going to get very good results. This is starting to build up a little bit. As you can see, once it stops blinking, that means the temperature is solid and ready to go. Now, for video purposes, I'm going to do it at the highest temperature so you guys can see the vapor. I don't usually smoke, and I wasn't planning on smoking, but for this video purposes, I'll do it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna throat these hits, which I usually do. Like I said, if you're vaporizing this, you want to make sure you inhale it into your lungs. Otherwise, there's no purpose. It's not like smoke. You don't see it like how you do smoke. You should just barely see it come out of your mouth, and I'll try to blow it into the camera so you guys can see it. I barely have any in here, but you only need a little bit. That's the cool thing about vaporizing, is it saves weed. You save a lot over time rather than just burning, combusting weed. And this is a true vaporizer, so it's healthy, way healthier than smoking out of a pipe or bong hits. It's the healthier way to smoke, and you conserve more weed. That's why these things pack a punch. For 80 bucks, I got this on eBay. It's a good deal. You can't go wrong here. But so let's take a hit. Now, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did. And, you know, that was smooth. You can taste your herbs really good. It tastes good. Now, I'm going to turn it off, because I know I'm going to get baked if I take another hit. And you just keep tapping it, and it'll turn off. And that's the nice thing about it. And there'll be another hit in here, but I'm good, man. I'm already going to start feeling this first hit in a minute. But so I'm going to talk about all the pros, and I'm going to talk about some of the cons in here. And if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Alright, so here's one thing. Here's one thing, first of all. Number one pro is I love the size of it. It's, you know, if you guys can see it, it's not very thick. It's about 2.5 inches thick, probably thicker than, you know, it's pretty thick. I mean, you don't want to like carry it in your pocket all day, but you can. It's pretty light, and the fact that you can put this the mouthpiece in the hiding pocket on the bottom, that is a really good feature. It's portable. It doesn't look like anything, you know, out of the ordinary. You could probably keep this in your room. You know, if you're worried about your parents, you can keep this in your room, put it on your dresser, whatever you want to do. There's a good chance that they're not going to see it, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's another good feature. One thing is the battery life is phenomenal. Like, I've used this I've only charged it twice, and I've had this for about 2 months. And I used to smoke every single day, like once every night. And you know, depending on what temperature setting you're at, as I said, if you're going to be smoking at the battery life is It's estimated that if you're going to use the highest temperature, you get about 10 uses. And what this means is sessions. So they call it one session is, that's one time, one session 2 times. So how it works is there's a 10-minute timer in this. So that's how it usually goes. It's a 10-minute session. After 10 minutes, this thing will shut off on its own, letting you know that you did one session. So basically, the battery life is that you get about 10 sessions on the highest temperature setting. If you're going to use the lowest, which I usually use, then I get like 20 sessions out of this, or sometimes 20, up to 25, 30, depending on how long you're doing it, how much you're smoking. But this thing is great, man. I really love this thing. And some other pros is well, I guess it's stealthy. I already said that. Battery life is great. Now, besides that, I'm gonna go into some negatives. There's a couple negatives about this that actually really annoy me. There was a little hit left. Alright, so let me tell you a little bit negative here. Okay, here's a negative. I smoked this one time, and if you guys can see that, that is the residue it builds up on this thing. So that is annoying. It comes off, you can blow it off. It's not a big deal, but you're need to be constantly cleaning this thing. It's not like you can just use it 5 times in a row. It's gonna get clogged. See, it blows off, but you're wasting. I can still get like 5 more hits out of this. I don't want to, blow this off because it's gonna come back up and it's gonna make a mess. So, just put it back in. Even if it's dirty, it'll be okay as long as you can get it later. And so then you just put it back in the slot. And there you go. So I got mine in black. Take a closer look at it. It says Flowermate Vaporizer technology. Dude, honestly, this thing looks like an Xbox original 360. This looks like one of the first 360s. Look at that. The way it's shaped, it has the same shape. Power button right there. It looks like, in my opinion. Now here's another negative thing about it. The chamber size isn't real big, so it holds a lot. It holds, I would say, about 0.5 grinded up, full 0.5 in here, and that's gonna last you a long time. In my opinion, you don't need to load this thing up all the way unless you want to get like baked out of your mind, or if you're with some homies. It's easy to pass around. You just wait about 5 seconds per hit. You can get a group circle with like 2 of your buddies, 3 people on this thing, easy. That'll work just fine. I'm gonna scoot the camera over just a little bit to make sure this is actually recording me. Okay, but yeah. So that's a good thing about it. Another negative thing is the storage. So when you first get this, the glass piece jiggles around in here a lot. Now, as you can see, mine doesn't make any noise. So what I did is I put some tissue in here. I just put a little bit of cotton ball type tissue, and I just stuck it in there, and it made a little bit of like room, and then it made it more of a tight fill, so now it doesn't jiggle around. But when I first got this, the glass piece in here moves around a lot, and it's annoying. I can feel it jiggle around there. I was actually surprised how it didn't have that tug of a fit, and so I put that back in there. But yeah, so I caused that problem. But this versus the packs, I say definitely go with this. I mean, for $100 cheaper, that does the same thing. This thing still rips. It's a true vaporizer. It doesn't burn. It's healthy. You can't go wrong with this thing right here, man. It's retails for $100, but you can find on eBay if you're looking at the right sources for 80, 75 bucks. So what do I give this out of 10? I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It does everything you need to, besides a little bit of cleaning issues and besides the glass tip. It works great. Now, I'm sorry guys, I didn't really get to show you actually me smoking it more. I'm kind of on the clock right now. I'm kind of busy, so I don't really want to do that right now. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't want to get baked right now. I've kind of been off smoking for a while, but this is a true vaporizer. It works great. I recommend this. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. More videos on the way.